right. Thank you guys for making the. Sorry, great way to start a recording. For making the weekly meetup. Let's have a look at the board and see what we're doing. We have a lot of stuff still in progress. We do have ads on our registration page and Google Analytics. So now whenever somebody goes through the analytics side or anyone visits the site, we get their Google Ad ID. So that is kind of nice. So we can actually see what pages are being hit by each individual person as long as they have tracking turned on. If they have tracking turned off, it will not work. So we've got these stories currently in progress. Back in endpoint and username taken. He is not here to talk about these. This one is no longer password requirement on UI. This one's no longer me. This is you. So how's this going? Let's talk about it. So this would just be the password requirements. I know you talked about it a little bit in the last recording, but let's talk about the story. So we've got some progress on it on the JS file for password complexity requirements.
I'm working on it, and like I was telling you, we were talking about in the last meeting a little bit ago. I was worried since I know how to use GitHub now. I was worried what I could do, but I think you pretty much gave me that opportunity to just go ahead and do whatever I got to do and not worry about any kind of repercussions because it's not permanent.
Yep. The joys of source control. All right.
Yeah,
Now that that's cleared up, is there any blockers or anything else? Or are you good to get back to the work?
I'm good.
Perfect. Okay. And the reason I'm talking kind of in that weird way is that usually in these kind of meetings, it's what you worked on yesterday, what you worked on today, and any blockers is the terminology used for it. And that
Okay.
is universal across any and all of these meetings. Um, so anyone that's doing Scrum, that's like the core, and Steve can back me up on that one.
Yep.
Okay, so we've got our nice front UI table completed, and that has search on all the fields, doing all right there. I'm still going through and creating some. Oh, this one is me. I'm going through and grabbing some dummy data and getting everything in and creating the products and so on and so forth. And then I do have the sales table in, so that is completed now. So doing good. Got a little bit that I'm afraid may carry over, but that's okay. We have a fairly light product backlog. Looking at the items we have over here, we only really have 3 things. So new product screen, enhance some colors, and check the two-factor authentication system, or create a two-factor auth system. I'm not sure if we'll get to the two-factor auth. Most of those you have to pay for to have like Duo or OAuth or that kind of system. So we will see if we can get to that one. If not, we'll prioritize the stories that we have on the board as they carry over to Sprint 4 and see what we feel comfortable pulling. With a reminder that Sprint 4 is only a week. That is the smaller of the sessions. But other than that, I think we're in a good spot. The biggest one is just going to be getting that product page in and getting that taken care of. So this new product screen, which doesn't look like it's on the board now, so I'm going to go ahead and pull this one over because that one's got the highest priority. And so we're going to add that one to the sprint, and I'll add a card for this one, and we'll talk about getting that in. But I think I heard somebody join, so we'll just go ahead and just restate real quick. Sprint burn down's doing good. 3 days left on the clock. 2 stories left in the backlog. Decent amount of carryover. So that is going to be the primary focus of Sprint 4 is wrapping up any stories that carried over and see if we can pull either of these 2 stories. The product screen is important enough that needs to be in this sprint, and that was a bit of an oversight, but I'll get that one done. We have analytics and ads built into the site now, so woo. And sales table, and just need to update the graphs on the UI, and we should be good to go. All right.
Cool.
Yep. I think we're in a good spot. Anybody got any questions?
No.
Nope.
Okay. Last call. Any blockers? Anything you guys want to talk about?
No, sir.
Okay. Man, no one in my life has ever called me sir before.
Just change that.
Yeah, it's weird.
Green.
All right. Well, sounds like we got everything. Thank you, everyone, for being able to make it, and glad to see we had a fully stacked team for this meeting.
And great donuts.
Mm-hmm. All right. Thanks, guys.